a nomadic, food-gathering people, always on the move. Even today, they still follow their old ways of life, taking about with them their few weapons, tools, and dilly bags, which are their only worldly possessions. Today, in the 20th century, they are people who are still living in the ways of the Stone Age. The aprons these people... Today, in the 20th century, they are people who are still living in the ways of the Stone Age. Today, in the 20th century, they are people who are still living in the ways of the Stone Age.
These oscillating patterns of neural activity were not only responsible for regulating their daily functions such as attention, memory and sleep, but also emotional well-being, creativity and most importantly their spiritual experiences. They made advancements which allowed them to gain a deeper understanding of brainwaves and their impact on their spiritual journeys into the spiritual realm via altered states of consciousness. Scientists have identified 5 distinct brainwave frequencies, each associated with a different level of mind consciousness: beta, alpha, theta, delta, and gamma. These 5 levels of consciousness represent a spectrum of mental states, ranging from the fully awake and alert state of beta to the deep, dreamless sleep of delta, and the heightened awareness and peak experiences associated with gamma. The brainwave most closely associated with a trance state is theta waves. These are present during sleep meditation, light sleep and hypnosis, which are all considered altered states of consciousness where a trance-like experience can occur. Theta waves, 4 to 7.5 Hz, considered the primary brainwave associated with a medium-depth trance, which allowed the ancestors access to the subconscious mind while they were still maintaining some awareness. The waves of synchronicity through their chanting of the songs of the land during their energetic practices at this sacred space, Moore Park engraving grounds. Internal and external was related to a system of rhythmic vibrations on the neurobiological development of the brain and brain waves, and the personal exploration of expanded states of consciousness. Certain songs were used for brainwave entrainment and consciousness management through entraining specific cortical rhythms. Cortical rhythms are linked to various cognitive functions including attention, memory and movement.
A pair of images came in. The patient had a harder time if the images came on opposite sides.
The ancestors' songs, stories, paintings, carvings and engraving grounds. The Moore Park engraving ground, this is spiritual science. This is the energetic science of the ancestors. Whether in stories, rock art, carving grounds, if they are using animals, implements or ornaments, it is symbolically referencing energy to describe their energetic science. It's a fact that matter can be manipulated by sound vibration and we are vibratory frequency. By understanding how these frequencies influence our mind and body, we can learn to harness their power to enhance our spiritual practices and achieve higher states of consciousness.